Would you like to trigger a woman's deepest desires and give her an unforgettable experience? You can go beyond ordinary approaches and turn this desire into reality with methods that will blow her mind. In this video, you will discover secrets that will shock you but are just as effective. Now, if you are ready, let's embark on this attractive and secretive journey together. Hello, my valued viewers. This video will open the doors to the most secret sexual desires that women keep deep inside. These desires, which conflict with the norms of society, reveal a hidden world inside every woman. Be brave, because what you will discover here will shake you. Now, are you ready to embark on this dark and fascinating journey? Part 1: The Dark Side of Pleasure, Hidden Fantasies. There are dark fantasies hidden deep in women's minds that no one knows about. These fantasies appeal to the most primitive instincts of man, far beyond the boundaries drawn by society. Inner desires may be suppressed by moral restrictions and social norms, but this does not mean that they do not exist. These dark desires that lie in the subconscious can reveal a woman's true nature. These fantasies include women's uncontrollable desires, desires that push boundaries, and their deepest hidden thoughts. Beneath a seemingly perfect life, these fantasies constantly revolve in a woman's inner world. However, these desires are usually kept secret, never shared with anyone. When a woman confronts these dark desires, she discovers her own limits. This discovery pushes not only a person's sexual but also emotional and mental limits. The dark world of fantasies allows a woman to confront her true self and discover her inner strengths. However, these fantasies are not always innocent. Sometimes, they contain desires that are completely contrary to moral values and social rules. Part 2: Pushing the Boundaries of Satisfaction, Forbidden Games. There are forbidden desires hidden in women's inner worlds that go far beyond social norms. These desires can push a woman's boundaries and reach levels of satisfaction she has never experienced before. However, since these games mean violating social rules, they are lived in deep secrecy and are avoided from being shared. Forbidden games reveal the rebellious spirit within a woman. They take her to extremes not only physically but also psychologically. These games have a deep effect on both the body and mind of the woman. These desires, which are not accepted by society, shape the most secret fantasies of women and make them open to different experiences. These games may contain desires that completely overturn moral values and social norms, and may even be described as disgusting. When a woman confronts such desires, her true nature is revealed. Forbidden games allow her to discover the dark side within her and find herself in this darkness. However, these games are not always safe. Pushing a woman's boundaries can trigger her inner conflicts and lead to an emotional storm. Forbidden desires can be fascinating and seductive on the one hand, but on the other hand, they can create a deep sense of guilt and regret. A woman who oscillates between these two extremes begins to question both herself and her desires. Pursuing forbidden games can cause a woman to redefine her own identity. In this process, a woman experiences a journey that is both frightening and liberating. These games help a woman discover both her inner strength and her dark desires. However, the difficulties and dangers that will be encountered on this journey require every woman to think twice before taking this path. Part 3: The Secret Dream of Pleasure, The Allure of Different Experiences. The fantasies that remain hidden in women's minds and are often unspoken shape their deepest desires. These fantasies represent a secret longing for different experiences outside the ordinary. Women are fascinated by the allure of these experiences that they have never tried in their lives, or perhaps have never even thought of. Different experiences open new doors in a woman's body and mind. These doors take her beyond her usual boundaries and allow her to experience pleasures she has never discovered before. When women are attracted to these experiences, they have the opportunity to redefine their own sexuality. However, pursuing these experiences is not always easy. Stepping outside the boundaries set by society brings with it a series of challenges. When women are attracted to these different experiences, they are forced to confront both societal judgments and their own internal conflicts. This confrontation helps women understand their own desires more deeply. While the allure of different experiences can scare women on one hand, it also takes them on a liberating journey. In this journey, women both discover their own boundaries and redefine themselves by pushing these boundaries. Chapter 4: Staying in Control, Dominance and Submission. One of the strongest desires hidden in women's inner worlds is those related to control. On one hand, there is the desire to dominate, and on the other hand, there is the fascinating allure of submission. These two opposing desires occupy a large place in women's sexual fantasies and deeply affect their inner worlds. Dominance allows women to discover their own power and authority. Women who pursue this desire redefine their own sexuality and power. However, in this process, they also experience an internal war that conflicts with social norms. The allure of being dominant satisfies the woman both physically and psychologically. On the contrary, submission allows the woman to completely give up control and surrender herself to someone else. This can help the woman push her own boundaries and reach a pleasure she has never experienced before. While submission reveals the woman's deepest desires, it also provides her with both emotional and physical freedom. However, it is not always easy to balance these two opposing desires. When women confront these desires, they have to struggle with a series of complex emotions in their inner worlds. This conflict between dominance and submission reshapes the woman's sexual identity and gives her a new perspective. Pursuing these desires forces the woman to confront both her own dark side and social norms. In this process, women both discover their inner strength and have the courage to see where these strengths can take them. Chapter 5: Pursuit of Immoral Pleasures, a Search at the Extremes. The desires hidden in the inner world of women, often seen as unacceptable and immoral by society, have a deep appeal. These desires cause them to reach the extremes in their sexual fantasies. These pleasures, which go far beyond the norms set by society, create both fear and excitement in a woman's inner world. Pursuing immoral pleasures opens a door for a woman to rediscover herself. Stepping through this door, a woman pushes her own boundaries and enters a world of pleasure she has never experienced before. This world ignores all the rules and boundaries imposed by society. In this world, women become free both physically and mentally. However, this freedom also brings with it a great risk. Such pleasures reveal a woman's inner darkness. Going beyond social morality allows her to discover her own nature. However, this discovery is not always easy. When women face such desires, they are forced to question both themselves and their social identities. These pleasures, which are considered immoral, enrich a woman's inner world on the one hand, while on the other hand, they lead to a deep inner conflict. This conflict deeply affects a woman's relationships with both herself and her surroundings. Pursuing immoral pleasures can upset a woman's inner balance. However, women who are attracted to these pleasures embark on this journey to redefine their own boundaries. This journey allows women to move to a new dimension both physically and spiritually. Going beyond the moral rules imposed by society changes a woman's perspective on herself and her desires. In this process, women both discover their own inner darkness and show the courage to see how far they can go in this darkness. However, this journey also carries great dangers. A woman's pursuit of immoral pleasures pushes her beyond her limits both emotionally and psychologically. Pursuing immoral pleasures can help a woman understand her own inner nature. However, in this process, women are forced to redefine their relationship with both herself and society. While this journey liberates the woman, it can also leave her with a deep sense of loneliness and alienation. As a result, pursuing immoral pleasures leads a woman to discover her own reality and desires. This discovery both strengthens the woman and confronts her with a deep inner questioning. However, the dangers and difficulties that women will face on this journey require every woman to think carefully before embarking on this path. Pursuing immoral pleasures means that a woman embraces her own inner darkness. A woman who wanders in this darkness both redraws her own boundaries and, by going beyond these boundaries, discovers the deepest points of her own nature. Chapter 6: Secret Desires, Truths Unknown to Society. There are hidden desires in women's inner worlds, never shared with the outside world, and completely alien to society. These desires are desires that lie deep inside a woman, known only to herself and perhaps difficult to accept. These truths that society does not know and perhaps should never know, shape a woman's inner world and determine her identity. Secret desires play the deepest role in a woman's relationship with herself. These desires, on the one hand, reveal her deepest fears, while on the other hand, push her into a new and unexplored world. These desires, unknown to society, help women understand who they are. However, this process also brings with it complex emotional conflicts. These hidden desires often contradict social norms and lead women into an inner conflict. This conflict can cause a woman to be stuck between her own identity and desires. However, pursuing such desires offers a woman an opportunity to understand her own nature and make peace with this nature. In this process, women both push their own boundaries and redefine these boundaries. These truths, unknown to society, reveal women's inner strength and dark desires. These desires allow women to discover their own identity and sexuality, independent of social judgments. However, this process of discovery also carries great risk and danger. A woman's confrontation with these hidden desires can disrupt her inner balance and leave her with a deep sense of loneliness. Pursuing hidden desires requires women to defy social norms and embrace their own inner nature. In this process, the woman questions both her inner darkness and the identity imposed on her by society. This questioning takes the woman on a journey that is both liberating and destructive. Confronting these truths that society does not know allows the woman to accept her own nature and make peace with this nature. Ultimately, these hidden desires reveal a woman's true self and encourage her to redefine her own identity. However, the difficulties and dangers she will encounter on this journey require every woman to think carefully before stepping on this path. These desires allow a woman to confront her own nature, question social norms, and ultimately rebuild her own identity. However, in this process, deep wounds can open in a woman's inner world, and these wounds can change her life forever. In this video, we embarked on a detailed journey about the sexual desires that women hide deep inside, which society often does not know or understand. In each episode, we explored different aspects of these desires in women's inner world, which are sometimes dark and sometimes fascinating. These desires, suppressed by social norms and moral boundaries, are one of the most powerful factors that shape a woman's identity and inner nature. Confronting these desires allows a woman to re-know and understand both herself and her surroundings. However, this process is not always easy. Discovering inner darkness requires both courage and deep understanding. In this video, we have tried to provide a guide for those who are ready to understand and accept their own nature by demonstrating this courage. Remember, the existence of these desires is a natural part of being human. Understanding and accepting them is the first step to discovering your own inner power and freedom. I hope this video has shed light on this journey and helped you understand your own inner world better. In our next video, we will continue to provide more information on such deep and complex topics. If this video was helpful to you, please don't forget to like and subscribe. You can also share your thoughts and questions with us in the comments section. As always, it is a great pleasure to be here with you and explore these important topics together. Thank you.